Hi, my spectacular speakers, and welcome to the Sensational Speakers Lounge. I'm Deborah Northcutt, your speaker support concierge. I work with speakers by implementing proven processes and systems while you create profit generating activities. Now, today, I'm going to talk about, have you heard? Networking for introverts is your best bet to grow. I could say your best bet to grow your business. I can add that on to the end of that sentence. Now, I got a couple of questions for you. Have you ever asked yourself these questions? I know I need to network in order to grow my business, but I'm not good at networking. Or have you ever said to yourself, thinking about going up to a stranger to make conversation gives me the chills? Now, me, I'm an introvert, so I know I have asked myself those exact questions myself. And maybe you asked yourself those questions too, as an introvert networker yourself. Now, we all know we need to network in order to grow our business, build relationships, get visibility, and get clients. But when you are an introvert, going to a networking event, being in person or virtual, can sometimes be too overwhelming. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're watching the replay of this live, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the section below. And I'll make sure that I circle back and answer any comments or questions that you might have. And feel free to share this live out to your friends and your fans. Now, I have a free gift for you. It's a checklist of 24 money making activities that I can do for you. Now, make sure you download your free gift. The link for the free gift is in the description of this slide. Now, I'm going to discuss what I'm going to cover today in today's live. Why you should take advantage of social media when you're networking, and why should you do your homework before you go to a networking event as an introvert. And you must have a plan in place after the event is over. Now, when it comes to networking, you always want to make sure you do it right so you can grow your speaking business or any other type of business that you might have. However, as an introvert, knowing what to do is one thing, and knowing what not to do is something entirely different. So let's talk about using social media as an introverted networker. Social media has made it so easy to stay connected to many different people throughout the world. And if you're not using social media, then you're missing out. And I want to say hello to whoever's watching me. I can't see your name, or if you're leaving me any comments, I can't see that either. But thank you for joining me. Now, you want to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is what I use myself personally to network with. You want to use LinkedIn to make professional connections. LinkedIn is the place to be to connect with business professionals. LinkedIn is not like Facebook or TikTok or Pinterest or Instagram. It's a place where business people hang out and business people only. So, as you're using LinkedIn to network, make sure that you have a plan when you go on LinkedIn. Make sure that you're connecting with people who are in your network, in your niche, I should say, and not just connecting with people to be connecting. Now, I'm going to pull something up on my phone. When you're using LinkedIn and you go to My Networking tab, you know how they have people here that they recommend for you to connect with? Well, do not make the mistake of going on to LinkedIn and just doing connect, just connecting with people because you want to build up your network on LinkedIn. No, don't do that. I've done that in the past, and I've connected with people who are not the people that I actually need to be connecting with. You want to make sure that you're connecting with people in your niche. Now, my niche is speakers. So, what I do is when I go on LinkedIn, I make sure that I'm connecting with speakers or people who want to speak. And it doesn't necessarily have to be speakers. Coaches want to speak, entrepreneurs want to speak, authors want to speak. These are the people who want to speak. So, I make sure that that's who I'm connecting with on LinkedIn, people who want to speak. So, what I do is I will find someone who's a speaker. I'll go on their bio and find out some information about them because you just don't want to connect and send them a connection, a code connection, because you don't really know them and they don't know you either. You want to give them a reason to connect with you. So, like I said, you want to find someone to connect with who's in your niche, go on their bio, go on their LinkedIn site, read about, what they're about. Find some common ground that you might have with them, or find something that resonates with you, that you like. And then send them a note on, when you're connecting with them. Hey, I found you on LinkedIn and I love what you're talking about here. I feel the same way that you do about whatever it is they're talking about. And then send them a connection. And I guarantee you they'll be more likely to connect with you if you give them a reason to connect with you. Just don't cold connect with them. Like I said, just don't hit connect, 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 just to be connecting with people. That's not the way to network on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is a great way to get your name and your company name out there. Your goal is to get people off of LinkedIn and on the phone to talk with you. As an introvert, you can't be afraid of talking to people on the phone. So, a great way to talk to people on the phone is have a script. Make a script, and it'll make you feel way more comfortable and help you stay on track when you're talking with people on the phone. LinkedIn is not the only social media platform, I should say, that you need to be on. If your customers are on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, or Pinterest, then you should be spending your time on that platform. If you feel that you can get your clients off of those platforms. But like I said, with me, I would prefer LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a professional network. Now, for virtual networking, and if you're on Zoom, you most likely are going to be put off in a breakoff room where you can meet 2 to 3 people while you're in that breakout room. And again, as an introverted networker, the best way for you to stay on track is to have a script of some kind that you can rely on so you're not nervous and you know exactly what to say. And also make sure you have a elevator pitch, as they say when you're in breakout rooms. And what an elevator pitch is, have 1 to 2 lines that you can say, to tell people what you do. Like I gave you my elevator pitch when I first started my live. I said that I work with speakers with profit producing activities so they can go out and no, that's not what I said, guys. I'm forgetting my own elevator pitch. I work with speakers by implementing proven systems and processes so speakers can go out and generate profit producing activities. That's my elevator pitch. So have your elevator pitch ready when you get ready to go into breakout rooms and meet people. Now, you don't always have to be looking for clients when you when you're in breakout rooms. You can be looking for someone on Facebook to connect with as a guest to be on your show. If you have a Facebook Live show like I do, you can be looking for guests to come on your show. And if you have a podcast show, you also can be looking for guests to come on your podcast show. And if you want to do joint ventures with people, you also should be looking for people to be doing joint ventures with. That's another way of networking. Don't always look at it as, oh, I need to get clients while I'm networking. No, open your mind, think outside the box. Look to get people, like I said, for joint ventures to come on your podcast show, to come on your Facebook Live shows. There's more way of networking than just looking for people to get clients. And maybe you want to connect with 3 or 4 people as you're doing with that, or have a goal in mind, as you're doing your virtual networking. Now, let's talk about why you should do your homework before you go to a networking event. You wouldn't think about going to a job interview or an important meeting without being prepared, would you? The same thing goes for as your networking. You want to make sure that you're prepared when you go to a networking event. You want to find out as much as you can about the event before you go to the event. You want to find out who's organizing the event, who's going to be at the event. You want to go and study the networking website so you'll be armed with knowledge so you can have two or three topics that you can talk about to break the ice, to help start conversations with the participants that you meet. Now, Meetup website lists all the participants who are going to attend the event. You can look them up on Facebook or LinkedIn, and you can learn more about them by reading their bios. Then you'll be prepared when you go to these meeting events. So you won't feel so out of place or left out or stumped for something to say. You already know something about them. So it's going to give you more confidence to go up and talk to them. Or you can also prepare something like, well, I want to meet two or three people at this networking event. I already know what this person does. I already know what they're all about. So I want to make sure that I get their business card or I pass out my business card to them. Or if you do it virtually, you want to make sure that you want to get their virtual business card. But you have a plan. You have a plan. You're prepared. You've studied the people at the event. You know something about them. So you have confidence. You're more clear about what you want to do when you go to this networking event. And nobody says you have to go to a networking event alone. You can bring a friend if it's going to make you feel more at ease, especially if that friend is an extrovert. It's going to balance your introvertness. That extrovert person is going to be more outgoing than you, and they can introduce you to people at that event. And another thing, the last thing I want to talk about is you need to have a plan after the event. So after event, being an introvert, you want to go home and you don't want to start networking with people right away that same day. I say give yourself some time to relax and process, the cards and the people that you talk to. Take a walk outside, read a book, or whatever you need to do to recharge yourself, and then follow up with the people the next day after the event. Now, you don't want to dive in immediately. Like I said, give yourself some time to kind of process everything that you've learned at the networking event. What I would say is the next day, start sending out messages to the people that you met, but take it slow. You don't have to contact everybody that you met. Maybe two or three or four people that you met, send out a message to them. And don't worry about, well, they don't know who I am. It's been a day or two and I haven't contacted people right away, and they've probably forgotten who I am. I guarantee you they're not going to forget who you are if you've taken notes, about the event, and you remind them, hey, I met you at so and so event, and this is what we talked about, and I passed out my card to you. They're not going to forget you. And especially if you have a picture on your card, it's going to trigger their mind that, oh, yeah, I remember this person. Yeah, I remember we talked about this and that. So don't worry about, like I said, contacting people 2 or 3 days after you've met them. They'll remember you. And work at your own pace that's comfortable for you. Don't listen to people saying, well, you have to hurry up and contact people after you met them because they're going to forget you. That's not true. So let's recap what I talked about. I talked about why you should take advantage of social media. Social media is the place to network, especially LinkedIn. I would use LinkedIn to my advantage to network, and make sure you get people off of LinkedIn and on the phone. That's how you get to, get clients if that's your goal. That's how you get to talk to people who the joint venture, or that's how you get people to come on your shows. Now, there was something I was going to say about that, and it just kind of slipped my mind. about LinkedIn. I'll come back to it if I think about it. And why you need to do your homework before you go to a networking event, because it makes you be prepared. You're prepared. You have a script. You know something about that person. You're going to feel more at ease being prepared when you go into that networking event. And lastly, you need to have a plan in place after the event. How many people are you going to contact? How are you going to contact them? Are you going to email them? Are you going to send them a connection on LinkedIn? Are you going to send them a connection on Facebook? So have a plan of what you're going to do after the networking event. Now, I wanted to say I forgot. How do you like my background? I thought I'd put up some Christmas background, seeing that we're in the Christmas spirit right now. Why not put up a nice Christmas tree, a nice warm fireplace, and just get myself in the Christmas spirit? So that's it for me, guys. Don't forget to download your free gift. The link for my your free gift is in the description of this live. It's a 24 activities that I can do for you as a speaker support concierge. Now, remember, I go live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Sensational Speakers Lounge show. Thanks for watching. I'm Deborah Northcutt, your speaker support concierge. See you next Thursday. Bye for now.